Hello everybody and welcome to a very highly requested video that you guys have been asking us since we did the Run Disney video very few weeks ago. We're going to be talking about information that you guys need if you are looking to plan your next Run Disney or your first ever Run Disney marathon or any other race.
Just to let you all know that we are not professionals. We don't go running half marathons every day. Well, he might do because he's a little bit strange like that. So we're just going to tell you our honest first opinions because this is our first time of ever doing this sort of thing. So if you are interested in getting one of these little shiny medals, stay tuned. Okay, so what race did we do? We did the half marathon over in Disneyland Paris as part of the Run Disney weekend that they had there, and that was in September of this year.
If you're in the European area, it's obviously 21k, the half marathon, or 13 miles.
13.1, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll average it out to 13. But this takes place in the Disney parks area and the surrounding areas of Disneyland Paris, because obviously being 13 miles or 21 kilometers, that's a long place.
It's a long distance, isn't it?
Very long distance. And of course they obviously show you that on the map a few days before the event, so you kind of get an idea of what you're actually going to be doing
and what you're going to put yourself through.
Yes,
because I tell you, it ain't easy. Not only they do half marathons over in Disneyland Paris, you could do the 5k, the 10k, and there's even a kids race as well that they've got there. It's like a huge weekend that is dedicated to the whole of this, so you could pretty much choose which race you want to go for, or you could do all three, which is the 36k challenge, which is a bit insane. But
if you are a big Disney Run fanatic and you love to get all those medals, it is pretty cool. You can also do the 31k one as well. If you don't want to do the 5k, you know, you just want to do the 10.5, you can do that as well. Yeah,
but I can tell you 100% that you do not have to be a professional runner when doing these races.
Yeah, it's very true. You don't need to be doing the London Marathon every year. You can be a walker, you can be a slow jogger, you can do whatever you want.
Even though that the race is timed, there's no digital boards, you know, at the finish line and stuff like that. You all get given the same medal and you all finish at the same point. So don't worry about that. We didn't actually run all of it.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't run all of it. In fact, it would be pretty much insane if we actually did that. We took a lot of advice from a lot of people who are professional runners, like your family, and a few of our friends as well that do like marathon running and so forth. Oh, and my PTs as well, and my coaches as well. And the advice that they gave us was to just pace yourself, and if you can just, you know, if you can just walk at a good pace, or jog and walk, or something like that, keep your energy, like conserve your energy, you're gonna be fine.
But we're gonna kind of cover the things of how we booked it, where we stayed, and everything. So we're gonna kind of go through this all you. So you grab a pen and paper, cup of tea or a coffee, whatever you prefer, sit down and then basically remember what we're gonna say, because this will help you guys out for when you're planning, again, your future Disney runs. It doesn't have to be in Paris, it can be Florida or things like that, but we're obviously focusing on Paris because we went there. Yeah. So let's get started with the first option.
So how did we book it? We get a lot of questions from you guys wondering where you actually book it. In fact, you book your bibs via the official Disneyland Paris Disney Run site.
Yes.
That sounded like a tongue twister. But we will leave the link down below for you guys to go and check it out. For the bibs next year, the dates have been released, but the bibs have not been released yet. You can book your holiday or your mini break with Disney. You know, you can get the package sort of holiday, but if you're looking for just your bib only, they're not out yet. I think they're out at the beginning of the year, maybe. I'm not too sure. Yeah,
they change the dates every year. Again, like Steph said, you can do it through Disney. They do have other companies that do package holidays. Yes. Like sort of other companies, so you can go through them as well, and then you basically pay like a deposit, and then nearer the end of the time you actually pay the full amount.
But please make sure that it is a reputable place that you are booking your bib from. Us personally, we would want to book our bibs through the official site so that we know that everything is confirmed and everything is legit, if you know what I'm saying. One
thing to mention as well, when you do find the date of when it is released, if you are able to find that date, make sure you remember that date, because I will tell you right now, the bibs go very quickly. When we went to look at it, we were a little bit later to the show. As we said, we booked it more, not really close to, but a couple months before.
Because we wanted to do the 10k, and the 10ks and the 5ks sold out so quickly, and there was only half marathon ones left. And then you were like, let's do it. And I went, okay, let me just inform my coach. Messaged my coach and she went, yeah, do it. And I'm like, Okay.
They also did this year, I'm not sure if they'll do it next year, there was a point where they had bibs sort of reserved and they kind of released them.
Yeah.
Again, you need to follow either some news reporters that like ED92, they're really good, that keep you guys information up to date, or just follow through the website of the Disney Run, and they released like kind of like a little splurge of extra tickets. So that's another option to keep an eye on. But if you do want to do like the 31k or the 36k, we recommend just buying that full package instead of buying them individually, because you actually may be paying more money. Yeah, you're saving more money through actually doing the bulk instead of buying them individually. So that's another option as well for you guys.
The application online is very simple, very easy. It is in full English as well, so it was very easy to understand. There was one thing that we must let everybody know about, and it was a bit of a shock to us at first, was if you are doing a half marathon or anything longer than a half marathon, you need to get a medical certificate by your doctor. So that is an additional fee that you need to take into account if you are considering doing the half marathon. By French law, you have to have a medical certificate to say that you are able to do this race.
So just go to your local doctor, your local GP, just ask them. They have an actual template for you to fill out.
Yes.
It's not just the fact of you go to the doctor and then they will do it for you. If you just go onto the Run Disney website and also to your account, because you have to obviously make an account when doing the Run Disney, there will be a template for you to print out. You take it to your doctor and then basically simple signature to confirm that you are okay.
They basically ask you some questions, they look through your history, and they, you check your blood pressure and things like that, and they give you the green light to go. Very simple, very easy, and make sure as well that you get a doctor's stamp as well on that letter as well, because that is a huge thing as well.
Obviously when you've done that, you have to send it off to Disney, and then when they confirm it, they'll send you an email saying your medical certificate has been confirmed, and then you're pretty much A-okay to go. Also to include as well, when you're filling out the information for doing the runs, they will ask for your t-shirt size. And also they will also ask for you if you have an idea of a time that you will complete the race. Now this is obviously subjective. It is your first, if this is your first time doing a race, I wouldn't look into an exact time.
No, but I would suggest that if you have been, obviously you would have been training anyway. When you are exercising, when you are training for this, you can kind of roughly give yourself an estimate on how long you're going to be. Just to add as well with the t-shirt order, if you are ordering a lady's shirt, just to let you know that the sizes run very small. Because I ordered the biggest size that there was, because I heard that they run small, and then when I went to go and collect it, they didn't have my size, because we actually picked our bibs up on the, when was it, the Friday? No,
the night before.
The night before. We collected our bibs the night before we actually ran, and they ran out of sizes because of the girl sizes were small. They really run small, so my size ended up with someone else. But don't panic if your shirt does not fit you. But I did end up with a man's shirt that was 2 sizes too big. I mean, I'm actually wearing Dave's shirt right now. So yeah, don't panic too much, but just to take that into an account of if you are putting in your size, make sure to just probably add a size, 2 sizes up or a size up, something like that.
But again, like they did say as well when we were doing it, if you did have a problem with the size, they could try and see if they could change it.
Yeah, so where did we stay? We actually stayed in the same hotel that we normally stay in every time when we go to Disneyland Paris, and that is over at the Abyss. We recently have just come back from a Halloween trip from Disneyland Paris, and we kind of went into full detail of why we actually book with that hotel, and what the amenities are around the place and stuff, and how convenient it is. I'll leave that video down below for you guys to check it out, and we kind of go into full detail of why we chose that hotel.
We're going to move on to another important app, which is the training side. Of course, when you're doing a half marathon or a 5k, training is a necessity, just to kind of get your body into the motions of the run and everything, and to kind of see your limits.
And to save yourself from injury as well. It is super important. You cannot wake up and just walk 13 miles. Even walking 13 miles, like you have to get into the habit of walking, long distance walking and jogging and stuff like that.
So throughout the training we used an app. It was the Nike Run Club app.
So the Run Nike app is really simple to use. It's free. for anybody to download, and there is a section on there called My Coach, and you enter in your details of what type of race you're going to be running, what the date of it is. You basically fill in truthfully on your activity level. So what kind of exercises, what kind of workouts you're thinking of doing. So even if it could be just like once a week or twice a week, be really truthful about it, and it will work out a schedule of what days to train and what kind of distances you should be doing, because like there is some like tempo workouts, there's also some interval training, and yeah, we found that super easy to use. And as well, if you do more training within it, it kind of customizes it again, it kind of refreshes again and goes, do you know what, you have the next 3 days off, you know, because you've worked out. It's very good, so we would highly recommend using that.
The also good thing about it as well, say if you are working shift works or things like that, or things change within your weekly plan, you can edit it as well. As long as you do it more in advance on the week, you can actually edit to say, I'm actually going to be working Saturday and I've got to run. I'll change it to Sunday if you have the day off. So again, it's flexible to everyone's needs. For
training as well, you know, you all know that I do a lot of weights and, you know, a lot of core work as well. If you can try and do some core work as well, because when you're running, there is a lot to do with your core, and the stronger your core is, the better that your posture is, and you know, you can breathe properly and everything like that. So yeah,
we would highly recommend the fact that you try to find some really good running shoes. This could be going to your local shopping in the town centre to finding an actual running specialist to kind of understand what your type of shoe is, because every person has a different high arch or a low arch. Again, it depends on the person, but you can go to the specialist and ask for some advice and they can help you out as much as they can.
So where we're from in Eastbourne, our local running shop is an independent place called Tempo, and they will actually record you running on a treadmill. So you're either running, jogging or walking, and they will kind of see what your impact points are, you know, how well you walk and stuff, and they can point you into the right shoe. Having the right shoe is so important, so important. I ended up with a bit of a problem where I did my white collar boxing fight, went straight into training for the half marathon, and ended up with an Achilles tendonitis because of the shoes that I was wearing for boxing. It's really important to look after those feet.
Indeed it is. Of course, with the shoes, you need to have really good socks. Socks, again, is important. Make sure they are breathable socks. So obviously, your feet are going to be sweating a lot when you're doing some running to walking along long distances. So you're going to need some really good socks. Important.
Yes, really good socks that don't fall down onto your feet, you know, don't roll over your heel, ones that have got a really good support around your arch as well.
Always take these into considerations when you may think it's the most tiniest things, but the tiniest things really do matter when it comes to long distance running. If
you are very new to our channel and would like to know more about our training, of what kind of training that we did, we also did a video about you know, what our top 5 like running equipment is and things like that. I will leave it all down below for you to go and check it out, because it's really good. It's really good and it's really handy, and I hope that it will help you guys if you are considering doing it.
If you can't get the links in the description, just check the top right corner of the video as well. There will be a little eye there, you can click that as well.
To summarise it up, how did we feel about when we did the half marathon? How did it go? Okay, we did it.
We did it, you know. Again, like we said, time is not the most important thing. We found a pace that was easy for us. Again, with Steffi having Achilles tendonitis, we had to make mini stops in between of the runs, because obviously with the Achilles, a very important part of the foot.
I did not want to rupture that Achilles, no way. There were some times that I found it incredibly frustrating because I knew that I could happily jog, but somehow my ankle would not let me, and so I had to just keep stopping, and I had to just keep speed walking and then going in for a jog, speed walk, going in for a jog, have a bit of a tantrum at the 10k mark and going, I can't do this anymore. And then I met other people as well who are in similar situations, or other people who were fantastic motivators, and other people like you guys as well who have watched us.
Yeah.
And we had a lovely little stroll and had a chat and carried on and things like that. It's amazing on what happens on this race, on who you bump into and what kind of laughs that you have as well. A really good thing about these races as well, they have characters as well, yes, which is super fun. We didn't actually stop by to any of the characters because I was scared of balloon ladies, and I just thought the balloon ladies are going to overtake me in a minute. Even though we were totally well away from the balloon ladies. Yeah. Because if you can have a pace which is what, 16 minutes a mile? A mile,
yeah. That's kind of like that's like the maximum.
Yes, sort of. You know, once the last person has gone over the starting line, that's when they will start the 16 minutes sort of marker, and then basically that's when the balloon ladies happen. But we actually did see the balloon ladies, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
And they were walking so slow, so believe me.
There's nothing not much to worry about. Even if you do feel that they're going to catch up to you, trust me, you'll have plenty enough time to actually do this race.
Yes.
You know, again, don't just do long distance running, and if you can't do that, make sure you have little mini intervals in between, just to get your energy levels back, just to get your breathing into check, and then just continue on that way. Yeah,
we made use of the water stations and the food stations and stuff, because it's very surprising on how hungry you get when you're actually doing this. It's absolutely crazy. The entertainment is really good as well, because you have like local like bands to cheerleaders and all sorts of stuff that are cheering you on when you've left the Disney parks and things like that.
Lots of cast members there while you're in the park to really push you, you know, from all the sections, from in Fantasyland and Disneyland to Walt Disney Studios. They all really get out and really help you out. We even saw like people we knew as cast members.
Yeah.
Well, we saw them in the
the team of It's a Small World as well, who knew us as well. And we were like, no, they were saying It's a Small World to us. It's such a surreal experience that I don't think I would ever do a half marathon unless it's in Disney, because it's just so. It's so breathtaking, and it's so great. The support around there is absolutely incredible. I remember like our final, what was it, 2K?
Yeah, near the end it was probably the best part.
Yeah.
For me, because you could literally, because we were kind of getting to the point where obviously people were entering the park, and obviously the race was kind of like on the final stages, and people were just so much cheer, so much support. Yeah. Like people who had obviously done the run were going, come on, you're nearly there. I even had a chat. I had a PT. I had this coach, this lady who was walking with me, and this was around Bay Lake Tower, and I was just having a little, you know, fast walk, and she was just chatting. And then I was chatting back with her, and she's like, you have got this, girl, you're absolutely fine. Like, and I went, mentally I'm fine, I'm already in Starbucks and stuff. And then she went, just travel at that speed and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be absolutely fine. And and it was just the most amazing thing. So don't worry if you are not a huge runner. Like, just because it says Disney Run does not mean that you have to run. Exactly. So like my favorite bit throughout the whole bit was right at the end. We were on the stretch, and Robin Hood comes on. Oh my god! Perfect timing for me, and we ran down there. Of course, you see Mickey Mouse, because this year's kind of version was about Mickey Mouse and the Sorcerer Mickey, so we saw Sorcerer Mickey there. Again, every Disney run is a different theme every year, so don't be expecting the same sort of theme every year. It's just that's what they do to kind of change it up a bit. But it was really good. We got our medals. We got a little lunch pack, which had like food and sort of stuff to kind of get your sugar levels back up. Like little grazing sort of things. Just to kind of get the energy back into you. Heat blanket, like foil blanket. It was really, really good. We got photos and everything. Like, you do get photos in between the race as well, as you're wearing your bib. But you have to make sure that you've got a special photo pass for that. So yeah, if you want... Found that one out the long way. If you do want the Disney Run one, you have to purchase it separately. Even if you're an Infinity Pass holder or an annual pass holder, you have to have that separately. A little bit of a pain, but it was still good to see the photos that we saw. They do take a few days as well to come through. Don't expect them to be like the next day. They may take a few extra days, because of course they have thousands of photos to go through with all the bib numbers. I'm sure it takes a few days, but it was really good to see those memories as well.
Yeah.
It was really good fun. We got a picture outside Walt Disney Studios, didn't we?
Yeah.
With our sort of our badges and everything, our medals and everything. It was really good.
Yeah. So afterwards was we actually had a free massage as well, which was lovely. And because, you know, if you've got Achilles problems and stuff, and you know that your calves are like really tight, you could just literally be like, I've got Achilles problems, and they'll be like, lie down, let's sort it out. And then
they were really good. Like the moment you walked in, they asked you where the pain was majoritively, and then you kind of explained where it was, and then they just do it for you, and it was really nice. They chat to you. It was super polite people. It was just such a buzz. Like the crowd and everything was just such an amazing atmosphere, and there is nothing that I would change with how I did things. Yes, we were a lot slower. I think we would have been a lot faster if I didn't have my heel problem. But I wouldn't change it, because I think, and as well, we had no injuries afterwards, did we? We had a 3-day normal muscle soreness, DOMS as we call it, pain, and then that was it. Like there was no other injuries that we ever had, and to be honest, I'm made up, because that was a huge worry of mine. It was really good. You know, of course we did get, like, I'm wearing one of them right now, which is like a I Did It t-shirt, which they do sell for men and females, and also do jumpers and things like that. Near the end we did find out that they did 50% off. So when we got there, when we finished the race, they were all gone, but which was fair play. You know, that's another incentive as well for you boys and girls. If you try and do it as quick as you can, you can get some really good discounts. But again, don't do it too quick, because we don't want to injure yourself. No, don't burn yourself out, my goodness. So, but yeah, it was really, really good fun. So there were a few YouTuber channels that we were watching while we were training, and yet we still continue on watching them. Is Rez Run? Is it Rez Run? Yeah, Rez Run. He's really good. We actually saw him there. We actually saw him. He was chatting with someone. I think he was in a different sort of bay, and we just saw him and, oh, it's him. Yeah. But yeah, he was there as well, which was pretty awesome. You know, he's a really good YouTube channel to watch. And another really cool video which goes into full detail about the Disney Run races and stuff like that is our good friend Disco Liz as well. Yes. So I will leave all the details down below, because she did a really good video about her experiences of doing the Disney runs, because she's done quite a few. She's got some amazing medals. And yeah, she's got some really good tips that really helped us out. So we are going to share the love to you guys. So we'll leave all the information down of their channels down below. So yeah, would we do this again? Definitely, 100%. I would definitely do it again. Well, this one's scared. We'll be all right. I think I'll be okay. I mean, you're scared. And what was the first thing you said when we went? I want to do the 36 one next. I want all the medals. I want all the medals. This one here is probably going to do the 36. Yeah, but you want to do the 36 as well. I do as well. Yeah. My coach wants to do the 36 too, so we're just going to have a big team going on. Of us. So yeah, definitely. She was like, next time when you do another Disney run, can I come with you? And I went, I'm thinking of doing the 36K, and she went, yeah, I'm up for that. And I was just like, she's gonna put me through a lot. So yeah, we're going to be, we will be training a lot more in January, February time, aren't we? A good amount of time. Yes, a good amount of time. Definitely. Not from like July to September. No. Was it June? Did we book our tickets? Did we book our bids in June? Yeah, June, yeah. So yeah. So we were pushing it. We were pushing it. But yeah. But we hope you guys found this video informative. Let us know in the comment section below if you have entered either in the Disneyland Paris one or any Disney run in general. Let us know in the comment section if you guys have any information for anybody else who's looking into doing it. Because, you know, let's get the community talking. Let's see what you guys think as well, because we could be missing something out completely, and you guys could mention something which would be really, really helpful and good for them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. We do appreciate the support. It really does support the channel a lot. If you haven't already, press the red button, subscribe, it's free. Also hit the notification bell so you're notified for future videos. Because of course it is coming up to Vlogmas. Not long. We're going to be Christmas time. There's really no need to be afraid. Exactly. We're going to be doing our trailer. Well, we're going to be doing our intro soon, aren't we? Very soon, yeah. So if you didn't know, we're going to be vlogging every day from December the 1st all the way down to Christmas Eve. Yeah. And you guys can check us out, what we do in the UK and how we celebrate Christmas here. So let us know how excited you are as well, guys, in the comments down below. Woo! So with that being said, bye-bye. We shall see you guys on the next one. Bye, Shiny. Bye-bye.